Welcome back to this third installment on starting your own vlog. And we're talking about starting a vlog with your phone and how is the easiest way to do that. And I took an entire year last year making videos using these techniques, and I just wanted to put everything sort of into one location for everybody to find very easily. A couple of notes before I start on today's talk, which is about finding a way to set your phone down wherever you want to. And that is that I'm standing in front of my window here, so I've got some light coming in on my face. I've turned off all the lights behind me so that the entire room falls into darkness. And I've shut this door over here because it's noticeable. And I don't know if I'm going to crop into the picture or not, but right now, if I left that door open, it's a distraction. So I've just tried to do everything in a way to minimize the number of distractions. Now, in order to hold your phone, one of the things you're going to need is you're going to need something to hold your phone. And I have talked before about the fact that, let me turn this around here. I have used this Joby clamp. The phone just fits in here. This little piece right here will click and it locks it. So the phone's pretty stable with this little piece, okay? This is about $19.95, so say $20. That's at Best Buy or Amazon. I'll have a link in the description below to the things that I'm talking about today, but they're not affiliate links. They're just there for you to look at. But if I wanted to vlog, if I was going to do a walk and talk video, I can do that just by holding the phone out in front of me. It sort of fits in my hand here. I can turn I can hit the record button with my thumb and do that. But I'd like for it to be a little easier than that. And so one of the ways to do that, of course, is to have a handle. Now this is a Moza tripod. I've talked about this before. This is not new, but it's just for this little incident right here. This will sit on a tabletop. But if I put I don't have one. If I put the Joby on here, it's locked and it won't tilt or anything. So what I have done is I have used this little Ulanzi ball head. You can see how small it is in the palm of my hand. And so those two things fit together like this. So there's a little piece on the bottom here, little Arca Swiss plate that just goes into this little unit right here and then tightens down. And that's it, okay? So then I can take this little handle and I can just screw it right into the bottom of that ball head. And then I can take it and sort of angle it as such so that I can hold it out away from me and let the phone be sort of perpendicular to my face, but I don't have to hold it straight up and down. I can hold it out at an angle. Look at me looking over here. Always look at the green dot. So, this is about $20. I think this is about $25. I think this is roughly $15. So for a very small, insignificant kind of investment, you can get a holder for your phone that will allow you to set it down. You can put it out here like this with the tripod legs. You can set it on a tabletop. You can set it out on a post office box. You can set it on top of a dumpster can if that's what you want to do. But the nice thing is with the ball head now, I can level it. I can turn this any way I want to and make sure that it's level, make sure that it's either pointed up or down, wherever I need it to be to find me. And this is by far the number one thing that I use when I am out walking around holding the phone. I'm using this. Now, you can go a little different route if you want, and that is to go with the ManagePod Z. This was the very first thing I bought. But I would only really recommend this if your goal is to walk away from the phone and do some other things, you know, where you're not standing right here talking to the phone. This just has a little base on the bottom here that screws on. It just goes right in here. It snaps in. You can turn this little thing, it will lock it. And now it's good and settled, and it's automatically sort of set where you want it as far as with an angle. It has a ball head built in, so you can use that any way you want to. You can then, I'm gonna back up just a little bit if I can. Knock the picture over. You can then sort of bring it out and use it almost like a tripod. It's about 18 inches, 2 feet tall, but it also has this little piece right here, the Manispod Z, so I can hang this. I used to hang this on the back of chairs. I've hung it over the top of doors. I've hung it on signs outside. I've hung it on a lot of stuff. This is, I think, $50. So for $50 plus the $20 Joby, now you can get any phone holder you want. This is just the one that I use. It's a little more expensive, but it allows you a little more flexibility. It's not great for sitting down on a tabletop because it's going to automatically stand up too tall. So those are the things that I would look at to get started, because one of the things you want to try to do, you could just, you know, set it down and use it in the house. Like I've done the last couple of times, like I'm doing right now. Right now I'm on the Ulanzi MT79. We're going to talk about that later, but you know, I don't recommend that as the thing that you start with. But for this, as something really simple that allows you, when I say this, I mean this, that allows you to take your phone out, walk around, video yourself while you're walking around talking, and still, because you're this close to the phone, whether you get a microphone or not is optional. Now, the audio here is not great. I've got this echo in the room because I've got hardwood floors and sheetrock walls and, you know, all of that, but it's passable. We'll talk about audio in another video. And as we go along, we'll talk about different ways to edit and different ways to get other kinds of things, to do B-roll. We'll put it all together. I thought I might have 4 or 5 lessons, but it'll probably turn out to be 9 or 10 before it's over. And again, as I've said before, they're all in a playlist. I'll put that playlist up here at the end of this video. All of the links for these are in the description below if you want to take a look at them, and you can find them other places as well. These are just the places I chose. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow.